Yeah, so I had arthritis when I was 11, 12, and I went to Great Ormond Street and I stayed there. I missed a lot of my schooling, and yeah, it's weird because it is an older person's disease, and then when you get it when you're younger, it can be really debilitating. Yeah, and it's really strange because you're wanting to go out with your friends and you're wanting to go to school and enjoy yourself, and it got to the point where I was in a wheelchair in school for quite some time as well, and so that kind of really affected my education and my socialization as well. And I really struggled at school. I went to uni and everything was going great. And then I got another autoimmune disease. And I woke up one day and I fainted, and I didn't stop fainting for 3 months. My life was ruined for 3 months. I had to stop driving. I had to do, everything had to stop. And I was diagnosed with something called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So I then had lots of treatment for that. So I've been in remission of that for 7 years, which is amazing. And then after that, a year later, I started my journey on trying to get diagnosed with endometriosis. And eventually I did. I have widespread endometriosis all throughout my pelvic cavity and PCOS as well. So I've had 3 surgeries now for endometriosis. And yeah, now I'm fighting kind of my latest battle with this pituitary tumour. So yeah, I've got a very small pituitary microadenoma that's causing havoc on my hormonal system and the way that I look. And that's been the hardest part, being a young woman and not having any control over the way I look. It doesn't matter how much I go to the gym, it doesn't matter how much water I drink. I don't have any control because my hormones are controlled by this tiny tumour that can't be taken out yet. So yeah, I'm at a point in my life now where I'm 27 and I'm really happy and I have a lot of amazing things in my life, but I have no idea what the future's going to hold. And so I just really want to enjoy whatever time I have before the next challenge and feel really confident and loved. I just want to feel good in myself because I think it can be really, really, I'm getting really upset, sorry. I'm getting really upset. Yeah, so it's really hard, but it will be fine and it will, yeah. When we were running through the questions, I was so shocked that you said, okay, let's talk about your mental health and let's talk about why you're here and why you actually want to do this. It wasn't just the physical and the medical conditions. You actually really cared. And I believe that if I was a patient that sat there with you and said, oh, I'm doing this because somebody's told me to do it, that you probably would have turned me away and said, no, this isn't right. So I think the ethics are there, and there's so many places, unfortunately, where they pry on vulnerable people in a vulnerable state. And I think that's what I trust so much about this clinic, is that I could come here, because it is addictive, and I could come here and say, I want this, and this done. And I think you would say to me, actually, no, Emma, you don't need that doing. We'll just do this. So I think that really helps. And you still want me to look like me. It's just an enhanced, more confident version.